Hey guys, today I want to talk about pros and cons of using credit cards. A lot of people, especially Dave Ramsey followers, don't like credit cards because for some reason they make you overspend and charge you interest for some weird reason. But I love using credit cards. Okay, let's talk about the pros of using credit card. The first one that I like is because it's very convenient. You use it when you pay and you don't have to count the change or deal with putting the money back in your wallet and things like that. So it's more convenient, and especially the gas station. For those people who have little kids, like when my kids were little, going to gas station and using credit card right at the pump is way more convenient than getting all the kids out of car seats and going inside the gas station and pay with cash, and then if you have to go back for change doing the same thing again, oh that's too much work. So credit card is way more convenient. Many people don't like using it because they say it's evil, it charges you interest. Okay, so the credit card will not charge any interest if you pay it off every month. So you charge $200, the bill comes, you pay it all in full on time, there's no interest charged at all. But if you don't pay it or forget to pay it, they might charge you interest, but there's one thing that you can do where they won't charge you anything. And my favorite reason for using a credit card is cash rewards, because I have a card that gives me 3% back on gas, and I have a credit card that gives me 2% on groceries, and I have one that gives me 2% on everything I buy. So I have to use different cards for different things, but this way I get the most rewards. And also some cards gave me like $100 just for signing up, and this is free money. And like some people say, you like, especially Dave Ramsey says, you won't get rich by getting rewards. No, you won't get rich, but any few dollars helps, because it's like you won't get rich by saving, like, or clipping coupons or shopping sales or saving money on electricity or hanging your laundry outside, but people still do it, right? Oh, you also won't get rich if you never ever buy food outside, like if you never eat out. Yeah, but in order to save any money, you actually have to earn money first, and then you'll have something to save, right? Also, using credit card and paying it off on time, or actually at least paying your bill on time, builds your credit score. But it can actually backfire if it's too noisy now. If your limit is, let's say, $1,000 and you charge like $900 every month, even though you pay it off and all that, but usually if it's like more than 30% of your limit, it actually lowers your credit score, but at least you're gonna have some credit score, a good one, if you pay it off on time. Also, using credit card is safer. First, my cat. First, it gives you protection, because if you don't carry cash, it can't be lost or stolen. If credit card is lost, you can just call them, and you're not liable for anybody finding it and using it, and then because if you report it on time. And yeah, it also gives you protection because when you buy something online and they either don't deliver it or deliver you the wrong thing, or they advertise like a brand name and deliver you some garbage, or the item comes broken and the seller doesn't want to replace it or respond, you can just call your credit card and they'll take care of it. Like I'll tell you something what happened. Like one time my husband ordered some sunglasses online, and they were advertising that's the brand name and all that, so he ordered it and paid for it with a credit card. And when we received it, these were like, they look like from a dollar store, so we tried to contact the seller to return it because we didn't like the product, it was not what they advertised, and they never respond. So I just contacted my credit card and I told them, like, this seller doesn't respond, and after so many messages sent to them. So I just forwarded the messages to my credit card company, and they took care of it and gave us the money back. And we didn't even have to deal with returning products. So that was a win-win situation for us, and yeah, it protects you this way. Another reason why I like using credit cards is because you can track your spending. It's like cash, you just spend it, you forget where you spend it, and there's like, it's hard to come up with places and times when you actually spend it. Credit card, when you spend something using credit card, you can look at your statement and see exactly where you spend and how much, even if you lose your receipt. Here it is back in your face, all your spendings and all your mistakes if you overspend. Okay, there's some cons about using credit cards, so they're not all nice and fluffy. Some of them have annual fees. So when I was first establishing my credit, I had a couple that had annual fees, but when it was time to like pay it for the second year, I just call them and I say, hey, I either gonna cancel credit card or you have to waive the fees. So I ended up not paying any fees at all. I mean, I did for the first year when I opened the card, but that was when I didn't have much credit, so I had to get something to establish my credit. And also, to establish your credit, you can get secured credit card from a bank, which is like, if you open a savings account and deposit the money, and that's your spending limit. So it builds your credit, and it's like you're spending your own money and you pay it back. So it's like you have a savings account and a credit card, and it's secured by your savings, and it builds your credit score too. Another con of using credit card, that it requires the discipline. First, not to overspend. Second, to pay it off on time to avoid any interest. But if life happens and you forgot to pay your bill, or you paid the wrong bill like I did once, yeah, you can call your credit card. If it happens the first time with that credit card, usually the first time they're gonna forgive you your non-payment. Like if you forgot to pay, they usually forgive you if you'll be nice and say, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to pay, I lost my bill, or I misplaced it, or whatever. And yeah, I had that actually 2 times I did that, and I never had to pay interest, because, well, if you're gonna do it every month, yeah, of course you're gonna end up paying interest. But if you forget to pay like once in a couple years or something, you're probably not gonna pay any interest if you call your card and apologize and all that. So that's how you can use credit cards and not pay any extra, and actually earn some money, like the rewards points. So these are my reasons of pros and cons, why I like credit cards and how can they be dangerous for some people. So please comment down below, and don't use credit cards if you have no discipline, if you can't pay them on time. But if you, like me, can still use them and not overspend, then yeah, credit cards can give you some money back for just nothing, just for being more convenient than other forms of payment. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.